Well, turns out Mum was right. I really do be that damn phone. To be honest, I am a huge phone addict. I don't have it on me right now. It's on charge because it's dead because I was using it all day. So I'm not really in the position to speak about this phone addiction, but it's corrupting our minds. I literally sit in the van at work on my phone listening to music. I'm constantly doing something. Look, I do love a good podcast, I can't lie. I really like listening to a podcast, but like, it's too much. It's too much information swirling around our heads all day long. Music, videos, everything, day and night. And I mean night, because I'll go home after work, stick on a video on YouTube, get lost in it, have my dinner, be watching a video, get lost in that. 2 hours later, okay, I'm gonna get ready for bed now. It's still winter, it gets dark early, and then I go on my phone, and what do? I watch a YouTube video, I get lost in that, I stay up for about another 2 hours. This morning especially, I woke up at about 4 a.m. and what was I doing? Well, I could have went back to sleep, but I was like, here, let me check the time on my phone. 4 in the morning. So then, yeah, I go and sit on my phone all day. Look, phone addiction isn't easy. Every single person deals with it. My little brother deals with it, and he's like 10, Phone addiction is crazy. I hate it. As a younger person, I used to do these things called dopamine detoxes. Maybe you've heard of them, maybe you haven't. It's where you basically have no touch with digital stuff for like a week. So no TV, no music, no phone, any of that. Cut it out, all done. And you just try to go a whole week without it. And it was hard, but genuinely it was very rewarding. I found I actually really grew from that. And I've been thinking, maybe I should do something like that again recently, but I don't know. I think I've fallen too deep into the phone trap now to get off it. But I want to change your mind today. I've been rattling on about my own stuff, but I want to change your mind today. It's time to cut out that phone. Think about your nights. See, when you're sitting in bed, what are you doing? What are you thinking about? There's so much you could be thinking about, but instead you're drowning out that noise. You're drowning out those hard thoughts to deal with. Drowning out all those, I need to think about this. I really need to get over this grief. And you're drowning it out with your phone. You know you are. I am too. I do it. Phone is the way of coping, I think so many people are coping with their phones, and then when you don't have your phone, then all those negative thoughts come right back to your head, and it's so hard to cut it out. So hard. And it's getting those thoughts out of your head. You need time. You need to actually go through those thoughts and breathe with them, but your phone isn't allowing you to do that. Opening YouTube, opening TikTok, you know what you're trying to do. You're trying to escape from those thoughts and feelings. You don't want to deal with them. You want to forget they exist. It's not going to help you. They're going to come back. It's like, when you have troubles and you just put them down deeper. It's like, it's a guy's thing and a girl's thing, I'm sure, as well, where, if you've got trouble going on and things are rough, you're just like, let me just throw that down the hatch. Don't worry about that. And then they all come back up eventually and come to face you, even 10 times bigger than they were at the start. The phone is the distraction from all the pain going on. But as well, the phone is a fun distraction. It's good. I enjoy it. It's a really useful tool, I love watching YouTube videos. I can't lie. I watch these these adaptations or these show videos where they go and explain how these scenes in a show develop the character and how he's changing, and I think it's really interesting actually, but I spend far too much time watching those videos, and I can't lie, I get sucked into mad YouTube rabbit holes. But the point is, you gotta let the phone go. Think about do you remember the days when you were younger and you didn't have a phone kicking about in your pocket and you were just wandering the streets? I remember as a kid going on my scooter in the streets with my mates, and there would be no phones, there'd be nothing to escape to. We wouldn't spend any time on our phones. You know, I would like to go on my mum's phone every now and then, play games. But now it's just like, my phone is just annoying, but it's here because I need it, because every single service needs me to have it. Like, my job needs me to have my phone on me. It sucks. It does. Doesn't mean you can't beat it. It doesn't mean you can't beat it. It's a really hard thing to beat because you have to have your phone on you. I mean, to be honest, like, you kind of have to. I found some useful tips, and I'm going to share them with you, and I hope maybe these will help you, for anyone who's struggling with just constant checking of the phone. First of all, messages come later. Like, if you've got something to reply to, if you're waiting on a text, just leave it. Go home, do your thing, finish work, finish school, whatever you're doing. Get home first, have your dinner. And I know you're going to be thinking about that text. You're going to be thinking about that text. You're going to be like, oh, what did he say? What does she say? Just leave it alone. Leave it alone. Wait till you get home. Have your dinner. Relax a little bit. And then you'll be like, all right, let me just naturally check my phone. Don't be checking it every 10 minutes. It's just going to make you check more and more. And that anxiety is going to keep building up and up and up. You know it. And I know it too, because I've dealt with that. Another tip. I used to use my phone as an alarm. And luckily I've stepped away from that now, but I still use my phone to check the time in the morning because it's sitting on the bed beside me. Somewhere on the bed, because, you know, I've been watching videos on YouTube, and then my phone's just scattered across the bed somewhere, and I'm like hooking for it. I'm sure you've all done that too. But anyways, like, the thing is, the phone, like, in the morning is not good for you. Not good for you at all. And I don't know the science behind it, but you just know in your head that, like, going on your phone and scrolling in the morning is not what you need. You know what I mean? And, oh yeah, useful tip, right? I got a little sidetracked. Use your phone not as an alarm. Get an alarm clock, put it across the room, so then in the morning you have to wake up and walk over to your alarm to turn it off. It actually helps so much. You actually wake up properly. It's great. Another tip I find really useful is grayscale, which actually, it's a bit weird, right? But it actually genuinely helps. It's you can go into your phone settings and turn on grayscale mode, and it basically means that everything on your phone is black and white. And it's suddenly so uninteresting, you just don't care. I've used it a few times, and I'm not using it right now, I'll be honest, but it's worth a shot. I'm not gonna lie, I've tried so many phone blocker apps and, like, you know, time limits and stuff. They don't help. They have never helped. It's not a good reminder, because I'm just gonna click ignore limit, go back on my phone, keep watching YouTube. You've got to be honest with yourself. Like, would you keep something around if it's hurting you? Like, for example, would you keep tugging an empty barrel? Like, so if you're walking, right, and you're hiking, would you keep tugging an empty barrel behind you? You know, an empty trailer? And you don't need it because you're not picking up anything along the way, but it's just still there. Like, that's a weird analogy, but that's kind of how your phone is. Like, are you gonna keep feeding that addiction and just keep submitting into, I don't know, sitting and wandering and letting your phone just take over your mind? You gotta let it go. You gotta ditch it. Don't ditch it completely. Use it as a tool. But genuinely, like, I have lost so many hours of growth in my own life because I've just been sitting on my phone, waiting for messages, watching YouTube, getting anxious, using Snapchat, sending photos. I don't know, Snapchat's stupid, bro. It's a dumb app, I think, at least. Like, the amount of hours I've lost, the amount of development I could have put into myself, the amount of time I could have actually enriched my life with hobbies and good stuff, and I just didn't, you know, and I'm still not doing that. But I'm hoping that I can start making a change, because I really want to make a change. So this is just my plea to you to also make a change in your own life. Just be aware that the phone is a great tool and it's so useful, but it's ruining people and it's ruining families. I find it in my family when I'm sitting at the dinner table. It's, you know, it makes it so that people aren't social anymore and you don't want to talk to anybody. And man, I miss being a kid without the phone, I can't lie. But anyways, that's enough ranting for one day. Just keep your head up. Don't use your phone too much. Don't use your phone too much. It's killing your brain. Anyways, I sound a bit crazy, but thanks for watching.